You're not an agent. Well, if you ran in the field, you're not a real field agent unless you've had a door slammed on your face at 9, 10 o'clock in the evening,
Yeah.
broke as heck before the first of the month. If you
Julie, I'll tell
haven't
you a story.
experienced that level of pressure, don't say anything to me.
So I was going out with one of my friends who was in the business with me, and I was probably 8 years in the industry at the time with my old company. And I remember I booked a client referral. Okay, I booked the appointment. It was about an hour drive, and I didn't have a lot of money for gas, right? But I decided to take my buddy with me just as a training observation. He could watch what I'm doing, and he still remembers this to this day. And I got to the front door, and I only spoke to the wife, okay? And her name was Nadine. And I knock on the door, and the husband, Craig, he's big freaking farm boy, right? Big,
Oh
big ass.
no.
And he opens the door and he's like this with his hand on the front door like this. He goes, "Yeah, how can I help you?" And he's like holding his hand up against the door, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, hey, I spoke with your wife and we set up a meeting to talk about insurance and different things like that." And he goes, "Well, she never told me about that meeting." I kid you not. I'm glad that I'm a wrestler and I knew what duck hunters were. I literally went, "Well, we're here right now." And I literally ducked under his arm and I was now in his house. And he was like, "All right, well, Nadine," and he yells at his wife.